Where do you think the line should be drawn on what speech should be allowed and then what speech crosses a line and shouldn't be allowed on campuses?
I think if it's like hateful and like disrespectful to specific groups, then that's not okay. But
I can be disrespectful to you though, right? I have the right?
yeah, but it's not nice.
But does the Constitution say I have to be nice though?
No, I don't know.
It's okay to disagree, but you have to do it respectfully and in an adult manner, because if you're going to talk about free speech, then you need to back it up with facts and not just your personal opinion.
But as far as having the right to speak up, I'm allowed to be disrespectful, right?
No.
I am though, right? I mean, the First Amendment says I can speak out.
I mean, if you want to be an asshole, that's your life choice.
But it's more about having the right to do so.
I don't think so.
As long as what you're doing is respectful, you should be allowed to do whatever you want.
What if I'm disrespectful? Should I still be allowed to speak?
I should be allowed to speak, but if you're directly offending someone with like racial slurs or something, then I mean you should be escorted off campus or asked to stop.
Or anything that would make another one uncomfortable of like moral issues, like you wouldn't say something rude to another person, treat others.
I have the right to be rude to you though, right? I can be rude to you if I want though, that's my right.
You can be rude, but it needs to be, the line needs to be drawn on where, I don't know how to form it. I know my opinion on it, I just don't know how to form it. I think that you can be rude, but as long as you are not saying anything discriminatory and anything,
I understand you have free rights to say what you want about people, but when it's like negatively impacting our school as a whole and other students around you, like that's crossing the line.
The line should be crossed where, another person is either personally attacked or a group of people are personally, victimized within that speech.
If you're just saying useless rhetoric, then you shouldn't be not necessarily not allowed to, but you should maybe have to ask for a permit or something and ask for permission in advance.
So I think there is a level of political correctness that needs to be there, but I don't really know.
I think free speech is important as long as you can do it in a respectful manner that doesn't degrade other people.
I think that people are allowed to have your opinion, but as long as you're not being hateful towards other people and, causing an issue.
On one hand, hate speech obviously is something you don't want having go around, but I do think everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Well, it's very obviously put right before hate speech and things that people know is obviously wrong.
There's obviously things that maybe don't need to be said, but if that's how someone feels, they should be allowed to say it, and they'll get their own consequences for that. But if you have an opinion, whether it's right or wrong or whether it's mean or nice, it's your opinion.
President Trump this week is signing an executive order saying that if a university does not defend the First Amendment on campus and students' free speech rights, that they could lose taxpayer funding. What's your thought on that? Do you think that's a positive or negative step?
I feel like it's positive. I feel like to a certain extent free speech is really important, especially for young people today, because there's so many things that we have a different take on than people who are in power. Universities, regardless of their personal beliefs, need to allow their students to have their own thoughts.
Seems like a reasonable idea, but I personally don't really like Trump, so I feel like there's some undercurrent that I probably wouldn't agree with, to be honest.
It shouldn't be the university against the student, and there's so many controversial topics that need to be exploited and talked about, so universities should be behind that, behind liberating the ideas that students have.
I kind of agree with it that they shouldn't be allowed to, get those taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, I guess so, because if they're getting state funding, I don't really know.
I could see where he's coming from, because free speech is right, but there are some things where you just can't say on a campus institution that could get you in trouble.
You go to college and university and stuff like that, it's a very diverse population group, so it should accommodate to all.
I would think it would be a positive, actually, if nothing else. I do think free speech is important.
I'm Cabot Phillips with Campus Reform. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to donate to help us make more videos just like that, you can click right here. And if you want to be the first person to see all of our new content, click the subscribe button right here. Please, click one of them. Doesn't have to be both. One or the other. Okay, thanks.